Shalom, Elder Boys here. Busy getting after it, and now I'm in the process of stacking the wood that I have. All of the wood on the other side of the property have been properly stacked, so now it's time to do this, and this is probably about 3 ricks of wood, and I have pallets that I've put over here to stack this wood. And as you see, I mean, this is a lot of wood right here, and I spent some time with the chainsaw just cutting up pieces into manageable sections and then stacking it up. And the beautiful thing about this wood is that the majority of it, whether it's white oak, red oak, the majority of this is white oak. And I've even cut this down to size to fit the smaller stoves that we have here on the land. So the name of the game is to get this stuff stacked up, and so I don't have to worry about this wood thing for another couple of seasons. I remember looking back at a video that I did in 2016. I mean, you know, at that time we had a wood pile stretching the length of there, and I must say that the wood pile that I have now is probably from here all the way to the end of the property. So, you know, we definitely have at least a good 3 years supply with the wood. But a lot of this stuff can be burned right now due to the simple fact that they are the treetops to the tree cutting service. They turn around and they cut down all of the stems and sell those, but they can't do anything with these treetops. And what you find more often is that the treetops they're dried out, you know, or they're pretty much dead. So all of this stuff can be burned right now. Like I said, this is red oak, white oak, as well as some poplar, in addition to what is that? The Samora trees. These trees with the white finish. They're soft wood, but they burn very good. And like I said, you know, I cut them the length to fit the trees. And you know, even though I'm finished with you know, the wood, but you know in actuality I'm not, because if you look at this tree right here, I got to cut this tree down. You see this tree right here, it's leaning. I got to cut this tree down. I mean, this is some good wood. And there's another tree. What I like about it is that once I cut down the trees, they'll get in here and they'll clean up all of the leaves. They love leaves. So, but the idea is that I went ahead and cut this tree down because it was leaning, and I'll stack this firewood as well. This is good burning hardwood that is ready to be processed and stacked. So I'll go ahead and do that and let them do their thing as well. No need to waste all of the limbs, and this is why I like to cut down certain trees in the fall or in the spring, because they're able to get to it and clean right through it. And they love tree leaves as well as the grass and the brush. So they'll clean all of this stuff up for me, and I'll go ahead and stack it. But you see this tree? I mean, it's going to be good firewood, but it's leaning, so it has to go down. This one as well, leaning has to go down. And so I'll have to get one of the cabins moved, cut down a tree, and then replace the cabin, and get that done. But the idea is that we're all set for wood for the winter time, even though, you know, we'll snag wood here and there, especially dead limbs that you see. I mean, wood just don't go bad, provided that, you know, you have it properly covered. Now, this is some plastic from the greenhouse, some excess plastic that I had. And what I'll go ahead and do is, after I finish stacking the wood, I'll go ahead, cover it up with plastic, and it'll last for several years. I mean, as long as it's off the ground and out of and properly covered with greenhouse plastic and used greenhouse plastic. I mean, all that plastic in another year or two, I'm going to have to take off and put on new plastic. But it's not bad. You go ahead and use it for something else. I.e., a perfect example is covering wood. So if I wanted to continuously stack wood, I got plenty of plastic from the old plastic from the greenhouse to throw over the wood, and it'll preserve it for many years to come. So, you know, it's just about being efficient, making sure that you're using all of the resources that you have wisely and not wasting anything. It's all about being, you know, efficient. So, you know, I'll probably be moving on to talking about some other projects that I have in the works when it comes to business. It's about to get hectic on that front, so I'm glad that I was able to get this out of the way so I don't have to worry about it anymore. But yeah, there goes the wood. We are ready to roll, and let me start on my day. I got a couple of projects to put in some more estimates in, and I'll start a couple of projects next week, and I'll keep you posted on that. Shalom.